In Arizona, it's a battle for the classroom and the right to teach American history, government, literature, and art from a Mexican-American perspective.
Culture clash tackles, what kind of issues would we call those? Social justice issues.
Ethnic studies instructors call it an academic awakening.
I want people to know that we're proud of our contributions from a Chicano perspective.
But former state superintendent of schools Tom Horn, now Attorney General of Arizona, says he couldn't disagree more.
There are those critics who would say Tom Horn, now the Attorney General of Arizona, is against Mexicans because he's going after Mexican-American studies.
In the Mexican-American Studies program, there was a very radical group of teachers who were teaching kids that the United States is dominated by a white male, racist, imperialist power structure that wants to oppress Latinos.
Horn says textbooks used in class like Pedagogy of the Oppressed, Occupied America, and Critical Race Theory are radical and have no place in the classroom.
We see the forcefully the will to act.
A law passed in Arizona last year bans courses that, quote, either promote the overthrow of the United States government or promote resentment toward a race or class of people. But Sean Arce, director of the Mexican-American Studies program, says Horn is misrepresenting the curriculum and never spent a day in their classrooms.
We don't teach racism, we teach about racism, we teach about injustice.
A group of ethnic studies teachers in Tucson, Arizona are fighting back in federal court, arguing the ban is unconstitutional.
If students don't see themselves in the curriculum, they're not going to be as engaged in school.
We all have an obligation to make a better society and not characterizing it in racial terms. It's that racial identity that we have severe problems with. We think it's not appropriate, it's not historically accurate, and there's just a lot of problems with that.
Current state school superintendent John Huppenthal commissioned an independent audit to assess the curriculum. While they did find a, quote, overabundance of controversial commentary in an introductory part of the curriculum, they found no evidence the program promoted the overthrow of the American government, promoted resentment toward any race, nor evidence that it advocated ethnic solidarity.
That's one of the more prouder moments that I've had, is that knowing that our state superintendent who ordered this audit, his own auditors found exactly what we've been saying.
It was obvious to us that the audit was a whitewash, didn't truly represent what was going on in the classes.
That accusation frustrates me and angers me, because he's been in my classroom. And I would never change it, and I invited him back.
The audit also found that students who took the special curriculum had a better chance to graduate than those who didn't.
People have the right to learn their history. And how could you say it's liberty and freedom in the United States of America without that?
They're afraid of us questioning more than we need to, but that's what the world needs.
I really don't want this class to be taken away.
But unless the federal government intervenes, the Mexican-American Studies program will be closed. Thelma Gutierrez, CNN, Tucson, Arizona.
I did for